You've got to look in the junk trunk. If you want an exceptional life, you've got to see what's holding you back. And lo and behold, it's often you. I'm Coach Jeff Sari. I created the euphemism of the junk trunk to denote that we all have trauma from our past. We have this invisible backpack that stores some of the negative impact events that we've had, especially growing up in our childhood. All the times we were bullied, pushed aside, abused, beat up, dismissed, you name it, it's in there. And that creates an identity that is whittled down to not feeling good enough in your own skin, in your own mind to some degree. Most of us grapple with some form of feeling not good enough. Imposter, self criticism, we deal with that. And it manifests in our lives and our outcomes. Quick case in point, I have a plant manager I work with who was not holding somebody accountable. And upon asking him about it, he said, well, I just let him do his thing because he's such a good worker. And I said, okay, that's fair, but it sounds like this person's causing negativity in the workplace. Is that really what you want? And he said, no. He said, I've been enabling this situation because I'm afraid of conflict. I said, oh, why are you afraid of conflict? Like, why is that there? Why isn't conflict seen as a positive? He says, I have an emotional reaction when I think about conflict. I feels like an elephant sitting in my chest. I get short of breath and I panic. So the red alert light goes on and then I avoid. And so as we discussed this, he likened his fear of conflict to the past, how he was raised, and the household that he was raised in. And so he started to see himself through the lens of the past, which is an important function because it's in the junk trunk, getting triggered up by current events in current reality. I myself have been shown that I can be a passive parent sometimes. I grew up also in a household with a lot of conflict. And since I have only one kid, I unconsciously want her to have a better life than I did. So sometimes I'll give her a pass. And that's not a good way to lead the household, is to give people a pass. Accountability is an important function of being a parent. And so I've learned that about myself, and I'm turning it up where I am able to address certain situations that I might not have in the past. So here's what you can do is when negativity is in your life, when you see a negative outcome, for instance, someone's mad at you or this dysfunction, ask yourself, how am I part of this dysfunction? It's easy to blame other people, and it's really not about blame per se, but it is about reflecting on how am I showing up in this situation to cause some of this. For instance, if my wife's upset because she's got to be the bad cop, I get to look at that and say, maybe I should have had your back and done something to, preempt this situation, right? To head it off at the pass. But I didn't. So now my wife has to go in and hold that accountability because I hadn't. So that's an example. You don't want that to happen. So I want to own it. I want to reflect on how can I be better in these situations? And which is awesome is ask for feedback. You want to know? You really want to know? Wink, wink. You really, really want to know? You've got to ask people, how am I doing? How am I impacting you? How am I leading, contributing to some of these negative outcomes? And believe me, if it's a safe place, people will tell you. So that in a nutshell is the wisdom of today. I hope you like this video. Comment on it. I'd love to hear about future videos that you want to see. Share it. And as always, take care. Peace.